AMD prototype Radeon AI Pro R9700 found by a friend and posted to Reddit has taken the tech world by storm. Because this isn't just any GPU. This is a real-life reference design model of AMD's artistic render that no one thought would surface in the wild. And according to the viral Reddit post, the images clearly show a unit labeled as AMD Radeon with 4 rubber pegs at the back and a sticker near the pins that reads, "Engineering sample not for qualification," along with made in China ATI/PCP. Not for resale, dated October 1st. 25, instantly making this one of the rarest AMD prototype GPUs ever spotted outside of corporate labs. And almost immediately the community began investigating what it really was, with one of the first commenters suggesting that the card is an AMD Radeon AI Pro R9700, the same GPU first announced at Computex 2025. And what's shocking is that the card in this Redditor's possession looks almost identical to AMD's reference design, which the company had previously shown only as an artistic rendering during a PowerPoint presentation. But now here it is in the flesh, complete with a sticker that states 300 WTDP, exactly the same as the official specs of the R9700. And for those who don't know, this GPU is essentially a Radeon 9070 XT, but with double the VRAM, optimized for workstation and AI workloads, making it incredibly powerful for heavy data tasks, deep learning models, and creative production. Yet the mystery of how this prototype surface remains unsolved. Because engineering samples like these are never meant to leave AMD's development cycle. And yet this one was found casually by a Redditor's friend, causing speculation on whether it slipped out through testing facilities or supply chain mishandling. And the debate in the comments quickly turned toward what the owner should actually do with this card, with some suggesting to install it in the system because its graphical performance is outstanding, while others strongly advise selling it and instead acquiring a proper gaming GPU, since prototype hardware may not have long-term driver support. And to put things into perspective, a brand new Radeon AI Pro R9700 retails for around $1,324, including tax and shipping. But availability is limited because this card is aimed primarily at professionals and workstation environments, not the general gaming market, which makes this engineering sample even more interesting, because while businesses and professionals probably won't risk relying on unsupported prototype hardware, collectors and enthusiasts might pay a fortune for such a rare piece, especially since it packs 32 gigabytes of VRAM. That would be overkill for most gamers, but a dream for AI researchers, video editors, and 3D artists. And this isn't the first time Reddit has been a platform where lost or discarded prototypes appear, because just last year we saw a massive RTX 4090 prototype rescued from the trash before it was sent to a recycling center, and in another instance, even entire gaming PCs destined for the landfill were saved and given new life by tech-savvy individuals, which shows how valuable and fascinating these accidental discoveries can be, especially for hardware enthusiasts who live for rare finds. But the big question now is whether AMD will even acknowledge this engineering sample, and whether future driver updates might recognize it properly. Because without support, it may function only partially or not at all in certain workloads, leaving its true potential untapped. Yet for collectors, this doesn't matter, because the rarity and story alone could make this card worth thousands in the secondhand market, a true gem for anyone obsessed with rare silicon. And considering AMD's shift toward AI acceleration, matrix computing, and heavy workstation optimization in 2025, this prototype Radeon AI Pro R9700 may also represent a pivotal step in the company's roadmap, making it not just a piece of hardware, but a piece of history. And as speculation grows, one thing is clear: these kinds of leaks and discoveries fuel excitement in the tech community in a way that official launches rarely do. Because stumbling upon a GPU that was never meant to see the light of day turns an ordinary Reddit post into a headline across tech outlets. And while the exact fate of this card remains uncertain, whether it ends up in someone's high-end workstation, sold to a collector, or sitting on a shelf as a legendary conversation piece, the story of this mysterious AMD Radeon AI Pro R9700 engineering sample is a reminder that sometimes the most exciting tech news doesn't come from product launches, but from the unexpected discoveries that spark imagination, debate, and fascination. And with that, you've been watching TechVerse.